Gurubhyo Namaha. Hello viewers and dear students. Welcome back to our channel. Is it possible to convert energy from one form to another form? If so, what happens to the total energy during or after the process? In order to understand this, let's consider one example. Okay? So, consider one example, say an object with mass m. This is object, right? Object with mass m, where it's made to free fall from certain height. Okay, so from certain height, say h. Okay, this is Earth's surface, right? If we consider an object with a mass m and made to fall from certain height, say h, with respect to the Earth's surface, then initially the energy possessed by this object is potential energy, right? This is potential energy. So it is given as m into g into h, where m is the mass and g is acceleration due to gravity and h is the height with respect to the Earth's surface. Okay? Because initially there is no velocity, right? Initially this object is, we can consider it as stationary. So there is no velocity. So velocity is 0. So that's why the kinetic energy will be 0 and the maximum energy will be the potential energy. This is initial condition. Right? So further, if we continue this fall, say if I take this as position number 1, say the object comes near position 2, right? So in this gap there is some velocity, agreed? Some velocity will be there for this object. So at this point 2, kinetic energy will be there, right? It is given by of mv square, where v is the velocity of the object and m is the mass of the object, right? If we continue this process and object is about to reach the ground, say at this point, so final, okay, final. So this is final condition, I'll say, right? When the object is about to reach the Earth's surface, obviously height is 0 or it is very negligible. So the potential energy we can treat it as 0, right? And further velocity will be the maximum and kinetic energy will be equal to of mv square, which is the total energy, right? At final point or final state, the object or the energy of this body or the object possessed will be equal to the kinetic energy, whereas the total energy in initial condition, it is the complete potential energy because the velocity is 0 at that point, and here in final condition velocity is the maximum and height is 0 or you can neglect, very negligible value. So the potential energy will be equal to 0 and kinetic energy will be the total energy. So thus what you observe here is, there is, as object made to fall continues, the decrease in energy will be same as the increase in the kinetic energy. What it means, at any instant of time or at any point, the total amount of decrease in potential energy is same as the increase in the kinetic energy. Thus, mechanical energy or the total energy of the object will be sum of potential energy and kinetic energy, right? And this remains same. Okay, understood? So now after understanding this example, one should be able to answer what happens to the total energy if the energy is converted from one form into the another form. It means it remains same, right? The answer is same. It remains same. There is no change in the total energy. Thus during the transformation of energy from one form into the another form, there is no change in the total energy. In simple words, this we call it is law of conservation of energy. So law of conservation of energy. So what this law of conservation of energy says is, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but only it can be converted or transformed into one form of energy into the another form of energy. Thus, the total energy in the system or the total energy of the object remains same during the process or after the process. Hope you got the answer for the question which I asked in the beginning, right? Again here, condition is there. Here, air resistance is negligible. Okay? Air resistance for the motion of that object is negligible. Okay? Then this total energy will be equal to the potential energy, sum of the potential energy and kinetic energy of the object. So this is what the law of conservation of energy. Hope you understood the video. If so, give a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe our channel and support us. Thank you.